My friends, it's been too long since we've broken bread together here at the Collector vs. Wild show. I'm 1BC, the Brain Supreme, here at the gig. What's happening with you fine, beautiful people this day? Wanted to get a stream in. I'm super excited today because today is the day I get my lady back. That's right. She went on vacation. She left us alone. And very sad. I probably should have set a destination before I jumped off the Tower of the Gods and started flying around. Look at all this new gear I have since the last time we hung out. We're definitely going to talk about that. Let's go ahead and stop flying for a second because we're going to run out of stamina. Because modern video games love stamina. It's one of their favorite things, even though it's annoying. But you can't have these games get too easy, Brian. Then all our weak-minded individuals that we're selling them to won't actually challenge themselves with things in real life that are hard. They just get all their challenges from... I'm sorry. My alter ego takes over sometimes during these satirical shows and just blurts out things that are horrible. And just frankly rude, if I have to put it in words. But we're streaming because I'm excited. I actually had a moment of time. I wanted to actually stream to talk with you all about a couple of things live. Things that are happening here, some things that have happened over on TikTok and here on YouTube. We have some new subscribers here on YouTube. Thank you very much to those of you who are here. Even if you're only watching this after the fact and not live. We're very appreciative anytime we get anybody to come here and listen to these madman rantings that I have a tendency to go on, with the hope that at some point during these rants I say something that improves your life and, if nothing else, gives you a little bit of joy or maybe a chuckle. But yeah, wanted to circle the wagons, get the troops together, talk about the things that's been going on here at the Bryant Chambers movement at the Collector vs. Wild show. The title of this video states, "OBS is still a pain in the ass?" Question mark. I'm trying to get these beautiful little orbs to fall from the sky there, or from the tree rather. They're not coming from the sky, they're coming from the tree, but they are my healing item currency. So I am now... I wonder why the game didn't make it an option. Just pick that up. Why do I don't understand, like, games make the decision between whether I have to push a button to pick things up or not. Like, this is an item I'm never going to not pick up, I think. So just, when he runs over it, just pick it up. Like, just assume that. I don't need to take that action. It's just wasting it's player input, yeah, I guess. It's not hard to walk up and grab him, but it would save me time to just do this and assume he's going to pick that up when he runs over it. I don't know. I just, game design is a very interesting monster to me, because there's things that game designers do that I think are, wow, they really thought of that. That was awesome. And then there's things they do where I'm like, I wonder what their thought process was on that. Obviously, it's a process that I probably don't have a lot of insight into, simply because, you know, I wasn't there when they made the game. I haven't had a chance to talk to these wonderful human beings, right? So I can't speak from knowledge. I think this is what oh, is that the clue? Yes! You are the whore of Babylon, and now I know how to find that stuff in the wild. Thank you, situational awareness. Hell yeah, I see another one. That's how you do it, Jesus. Oh man, I'm gonna have a ball now. Look at this. So this is the currency that lets you level up, and I desperately need to level up. And I was like, why does the game make that currency so sparse? And the truth is, it doesn't. It doesn't make it sparse. You just got to know how to look for it. Very well played. Anywho, the title, question mark, OBS sucks, question mark. So much of what I say on any of these shows is rhetorical most of the time. Certainly satirical, without any really doubts there. But I'm not trying to imply that objectively, holistically, and comprehensively speaking, that OBS is a pain in the ass. It's not. It's actually a marvel of, you know, modern collaboration and technology, in my opinion. It is still a pain in the ass to use at times with consoles. And what's interesting is, if I titled this video just directly, the way it should be if I was having a conversation with someone I know who is paying attention, I would have actually made the statement about the consoles and not OBS, because this is in the internet where people are wildly distracted. I always find it hilarious when I hear people complain about clickbait. And it's like, you are the reason you're seeing clickbait, genius. What? Let me help. You are seeing clickbait because human beings are inundated with information and are distracted. And the only way to get your attention is to play on your biological tendencies, to pay attention to shit that you think is interesting. Usually something that you fear or really, really hope is true. So if you love OBS and you see the title of the video that says OBS is a pain in the ass, you'll be like, wait a minute, I want to hear what this guy has to say because I don't agree. Or if you're like me and you think OBS, personally, my experience with OBS is that it has been a wild pain in the ass, although less of a pain in the ass than all of its competitors that I've used. Right? You'd be like, yeah, I'd love to hear what this guy has to say because OBS has been a thorn in my side for thousands of years. I'd love to hear his take, right? Whatever. But yeah, that's why there's clickbait, because there's too much information in the world, and the only way people can get your attention is to be provocative. And it's sad, because I'd very much just like to tell you straight up what I want to say, but unfortunately that's not how the human brain works. For most people, anyway. So we're here. So yeah, no real direct problems with OBS, per se. What's up, Clem? Good to see you, my friend. Evidence that people are actually watching the stream. Hallelujah! Bam! All in your ass. slide into that ass. That's what you do. That's how we do it around here at the Collector vs. Wild show. We slide in the ass. Feet first. Alright. So, to flesh out the idea, OBS is probably not the culprit of my problems. I think it's... because I don't know that I've ever had issues with OBS on my computer. If I'm playing a PC game on the PC where OBS is running, no problems. I don't think I've ever had a problem with it not reading the video. And so what just happened to me was I hooked up OBS, but I had to unplug some things. And if you unplug the device that OBS is trying to read while OBS is reading it, at least in my experience, and this could be, you know, computer configuration. It may not be. It's always partially operator error, isn't it? Isn't it always partially my fault, if not all my fault? And I guess what I'm somewhat just observing and reporting, it's not even really a complaint. Because, you know, you fix it and you move on. But, oh, here's another one. Here's another one. The currency, y'all. Oh, every one of these. I'm going to farm these like that champagne of the world, all in your ass. Here we go. Except this one's going in your eye, which is kind of like shooting you in the ass. Damn, one arrow took... I have leveled up a little. One arrow is taking out bears. Hey there, ho. What's happening in your face? Ooh, he dropped something too. So, pomegranate. He was a pomegranate. So anyway, I log in, I unplug, and then I notice the audio's off because it's not detecting my microphone. Okay, easy fix. Adjust that in the settings. Bam, microphone fixed. Now the video feed won't work. Here's why. Interestingly enough, I actually don't think the issue is even OBS in this regard. I think the bigger issue is not with OBS. I think it's with Elgato. And in fact, when I'm done with this video, now that I'm thinking about it, no, fuck it, we're going to do it now. We're going to do it now because I think OBS deserves better than this. Alright. Oh, you know what? I got the completion. I got a bunch of stuff wrong. This is why you don't ever want me to run administrative stuff. I don't make mistakes on shit that matters, but like little nitpicky details that don't really affect shit, but people get upset about. I fuck that up all the time. All the time. There we go. Now we've adjusted the title to reflect what the conversation's actually about. Right there, live and in living color. So let's take OBS out of the conversation because I don't think in any way, shape, or form OBS is involved in this conversation that should absolutely be about Elgato, which is what I meant to say, and I was saying Elgato. It happens, man. People that talk a lot make mistakes when we're talking. Believe it or not everything I say is exactly right. Did you know CNN has typos every day? Nobody says anything about it, though. Okay, so there's an Achilles foot challenge, which sounds like a race. I don't know why you open world game makers still think I want to race shit. Leave me alone. Your racing mechanics usually suck. Crackdown. Perfect game minus that horse crap. Clem says, "Sir, I happen to disagree. How dare you say that?" Well, listening, I'm at work. I had issues with OBS, but found out it was human error, not OBS. Yeah, so I just fixed the entire... I didn't even read your comments before I fixed the stream. The issue is not with OBS. Misspoke. The issue, my friends, I believe is with Elgato. And what I think is a very lackluster and mediocre piece of technology that has been mediocre since its inception. But as with many things in the market, when there are no competitors who are better than you at what you do, you get to have a monopoly with mediocrity. There's nothing in the market right now that's better than Elgato, so they don't have to get better. They can continue to listen to our cries for help, which are, why does your fucking device still in 2021, even with the firmware updates and the software updates, still fucking struggle to read a console? Like, and I'm switching between like a PlayStation 3, a Super Nintendo, I won't even call it a clone device, it's like a remade Super Nintendo, an Xbox One and a PlayStation 4. And all that wizardry that goes in, and Elgato loses its fucking mind. It's like, dude, it is a video feed. Why are you struggling this hard? Which begs the question, this is where I will give Elgato one olive branch, because this is ignorance on my part. I don't know if it's a problem with the operating systems on the consoles. I'm not sure that my issues with Elgato all these years are not just Xbox and Sony and their shit operating systems. Now, I use shit figuratively. I don't mean they're actually shit. I mean, they're not amazing. They're video game operating systems, for Christ's sake. It's not doing my taxes on my Xbox. Right? So I'm not 100% convinced that Elgato constantly fucking struggling to get the video signal. More than anything else, it struggles. Like, basically to make this work, because I unplugged the feed while Elgato was plugged in. When I plugged the feed back in, Elgato could not rediscover the video feed. It was like as if it wasn't there. So what was the solution? Unplug Elgato physically, electronic, like unplug the electricity from it, and then plug it back in. And then when it restarts, it configures all the shit and it figures it out. That's been going on since I've been using Elgato, when I switched to them back in like 2014 or 15 after I used Hop and it was 40 times worse. With the sync issues and the Hop had huge issues. For me, this is all anecdotal. I can't say objectively speaking. For me, they had huge issues with syncing. So I'd be playing a game on my Hop specifically, I think the game I was struggling with at the time was Xenoblade Chronicles. And that's what made me just say, dude, I'm trying to play this 70-hour game. And, damn it, the flying mechanics in this game could, unless this is, I'm just doing this wrong. The flying mechanics in this game are frustrating at times, that I will admit to. So what I'm trying to get this thing to do, okay, so it's not made to do what I'm wanting to do. Why are you fucking struggling and not doing what I'm doing? Like, I am controlling this guy in a very different way. That's all I wanted, was that, you whore. Why is that so damn hard? Anyway, yeah, I'm not convinced that my issues aren't the consoles, because the issues I've been having, ongoing issues, are all console related. I don't have any of these issues with OBS and the PC. None. Zero effing issues when I use OBS on the PC. It's always when I have to deal with a console. So it leads me to believe that the issue may not even be Elgato. Maybe it's not that they just put out mediocre product. Maybe it's this is the best they can do with what the console's operating systems will allow. Maybe they're doing the best they can. Because that's why in the original title of the video I had a question mark. Like, I wonder if Elgato is really the problem. Because they've been at this for a lot of years, and I feel like at this point their shit should work better than it does. For me, and maybe somebody else is having a grand ole Opry with their Elgato and console situation. Now, granted, my setup's a little bit different than most. I am running a feed where I can hear what's happening on my computer and what's happening on my Xbox. So there's a little bit more complication built into my to my rig and my system engineering here, but it's not that damn crazy that your stupid ass software shouldn't be able to read that a fucking HDMI signal is plugged into it. After this many years of you making your damn product. Like, why is it, why, and I guess what I'm saying is less of a complaint. It's more of an observation and a report, but more of a question, like, why do these devices, why are they still so seemingly inconsistent? It's something I'd love to hear from a developer, like, yo, are you one of the guys that worked on this Hop Hog or this Elgato shit? Let us know why it sucks. And by the way, it doesn't suck most of the time. It just, when it does, it's so damn time-wasty and frustrating. It's like, there have been nights where I just, because I'm not a professional streamer, I have no interest in being a character on YouTube, whatever. But like, there's been times where I've tried to set up this stuff to stream and hang out, and it wasn't, I was like, all right, I'll go do something else. I don't need to stream that bad. This is not a job. Not being paid to be here. Which isn't to say I don't make money for being here. Those are two different things. But I don't, like, there's no job paying me to say things on the internet. It was like, I just bounced. It was like, I don't need this. I'll go do something else. My audience, I'm sure, is fine. They're probably doing way more interesting things than listening to me bitch about whatever's wrong with the world today. So we're good. We are good. All right. Looks like I drew the introverts in my crowd today. So it looks as though because this show is not going to be particularly long because I'm going to go hang out with my wife when she gets here. But I may be doing most of the talking on this show because I think the lurkers and introverts have come to hang out today. It's such an interesting phenomenon for me, who's been streaming and talking to people off and online for my whole life. It's like you get a crowd that's super talkative, and then you get the crowds that just sit and say nothing. And some of it is, you know, the situation. Like, I know Clem is at work. He can't be sitting here clacking on his keyboard when he's supposed to be at work. Holy shit, am I supposed to be here? What is that? Yeah, that looks like a fight's brewing. Damn, that shit is killing stamina. What the hell? Alright, get out of there, bro. That stamina got sapped. So I'm guessing this is an invisible wall that I'm not supposed to cross to get to the Tower of Mordor or whatever the hell this game is talking about, because I haven't been paying attention to the story and don't care. Yeah, I'm guessing this is like the Tower of Mordor that I'm not supposed to be at yet. I'm guessing I don't have enough stamina to climb it, right? Is that the game? But there's probably something supremely tasty on the top of that mountain. If I also had to guess. Let's just figure out where the hell we're supposed to be going. I'm out here exploring. Now, off camera, off stream, you can notice if you have been following the streams at all, and we've got some new gear, man. We got some new things we're getting up to out here. And I'm guessing I can go ahead and do this next quest, because this is technically the next main quest. I was kind of making sure I was cleaning up all the side quests properly and all the towers and the dungeons and stuff. Just making sure I get all that squared away. That's it. I want to go get me some ambrosia. I'm always down for an ambrosia trip, baby. Let's get some ambrosia. But yeah, we were talking about today's audience is the quiet bunch. It's the lurkers. And it was something too when I ran my own online, or I ran my own website and online community back before it was social media. It was message forums. And then I had my social media platform that technically didn't fail. We just did what we did and then eventually shut it down and moved everything, I think, to Google Plus at the time when we shut down. Because Google Plus was my favorite out of the social media platforms that were available. I was like, all right, Google Plus, functionality-wise, lets me do a lot of things that are on the money for what I'm trying to accomplish. But then, you know, Google Plus was mismanaged. Mismanaged might not be the right word, just not managed the way it could have been, I think. And it's gone now. Also, the audience didn't like it, because what I've learned about Americans specifically, I won't speak for the entire world, but when it comes to Americans, man, you know, and I think the whole world is brilliant apes, right? That's kind of my motto, is we're all brilliant apes with the spark of the divine. But I tell you what, the apes in America love playing with shit more than they like making shit. So a lot of the things that I see Americans flock to are almost always associated with playing, like TikTok and Snapchat. It's play. It's look at me. I'm like, you look at grown ass people's profiles, it'll say stuff like, I'm just here for the LOLs. Like, is that all you're doing? And maybe that is. Maybe that's all you need. And maybe your life is amazing outside of the platform. Blah blah blah. I just don't like. I don't have the personality of a person who just does something for the laughs. Usually, it's not really my gig, so I don't get it. But it's very playful. I just want to have a laugh and get out of here energy. I don't have that energy. I have, let's get together. Let's build something that matters to all of us, that serves other people. Because then we get to matter and we get to actually feel fucking good about our lives instead of trying to distract ourselves with our pain, with all of our dopamine addictions, with these video games and shit. Right? So what I've learned about Americans, or the observation that I made about Americans, it may not be an accurate interpretation of the observation, but it's Americans love play. We don't really like fucking building shit and working. So Google Plus was fan-fucking-tastic for a guy that was trying to build shit. Not so great for just socially trying to share your ass shake fucking twerk video, Susan, because you're lonely. It's fine. Enjoy yourself. Have a ball, do whatever you're doing. So anyway, we moved it to Google Plus. But one of the things I learned very quickly was most people on social platforms aren't there. And that was a clue. Like when I heard marketers start, like every year, these websites, it's fucking hilarious. Here's the 20 social media statistics that you have to know for your business. It's all horseshit. Like, did you know that 3.8 billion people are on YouTube? Yeah. Almost 3 billion people have an account. Ask me how many people are on that motherfucker right now today. Then ask me how many of them are actually buying shit. Because most of the people on it right now, let's see, it's 2 p.m. are moms distracting 4-year-olds from other kids that are being homeschooled. So unless you're selling her something. Now, I'm obviously taking a very wide brush and generalizing for the purpose of making my point. There are more people on YouTube than just that lady right now. But this idea that there's 2 billion people waiting to hear about your product is fucking hilarious. The truth is, most of the people on your social media platform ain't there regularly. They log in, they see a few titties, and then they move on, and they go do other stuff. Right? Then you do have a percentage of active users who are the everyday, I gotta be here people. That's not most people. Right? And so people get these followings and think, oh man, people aren't really loving my stuff. No, they are. It's just they're not going to fucking shout from the rooftops every time you make a video. They got shit going on. Right? So it's just always fascinating to me that any given population on a social media or internet platform, it's a very much smaller minority of the people who are actually actively engaged. So I'll do streams, and there's been streams where I've had streams. I think the biggest stream we ever had was 18,000 people. Is that right? I think the biggest stream I ever did was 18,000 people. I think. Anyway, but I've had streams that, even that stream that had that many people, not that many people were talking. They just had it running in the background or whatever. So because I come to social media to actually talk to people, it's like most people are actually here just to, I mean this metaphorically, not literally. Most people are on social media to listen to music, not come have a conversation with Brian. It's like, I just need some background noise to kill the bullshit that's in my head, or, you know, to distract me from some tedious shit that I'm doing. Right? Not, hey, let's go be engaged and talk to some people and build something today. I don't think anybody, when they log into their TikTok, is thinking, hey, let's go engage with some cool people today and build something that matters. Are those people there? Yes. But I think they're a very small minority of the people. So it's always interesting for me. It's like, I am not, it's not lost on me that I am using social media in a way that's not really intended by most of the users. So I accept, like, yeah, you might have a bunch of people here, but you might be talking to yourself, as I am doing right now. And lurkers are proud of that shit. That's one of the things I learned, because I used to have lurkers on my website. They hey, man, hey, it's me. I'm Lurker Steve, baby. I don't talk a lot, but I'm here. Like, why? And I don't know if I ever got a great answer. Like, do you just like being in a place where other people are engaging? You are not. And it's a personality thing. I'm not making fun of that person. It's curious and funny, like peculiar to me that you would come to a place and sit quietly and never engage with the people there that are talking to you. Now, granted, some people are also just not rude, so if someone's giving a lecture, they're not going to walk in the room and be like, yo, it's me, Lurker Steve, bitches. Like, yeah, don't do that. Don't do that. But yeah, tell me what's going on in your life. What's happening? What could I actually be of service to you with today? Is there some knowledge that I have that would help you? A tip for your business, for your life? I had somebody asking me today for a little bit of marital, not necessarily advice, just like help. Like, hey, I'm working on a thing, and I wonder if you can help me out. I'm having some challenges in the marriage. It's like, yes, let's have a chat about that, my man. I'd be happy to do that. So yeah, it's just me making observations and being tickled by how peculiar the world is to me, and then becoming not narcissistic for 5 seconds because I'm kind of narcissistic, and realizing that, yeah, no, dude, Brian, you're the weird one. Everyone else is doing what people do. Your dumbass is the weird one who doesn't do it this way. It's like, that's a good point. Everyone lives in their own bubble, I guess, myself included. Jenny says, hey, Clem. Hey, Brian. What's up, Jenny? What's happening? I will note to Jenny, I know you've sent me a message. I have seen that you sent me a message. I also saw that it was long, so I haven't dedicated the time to actually sit down and listen to what you sent me yet. Yeah, just know if you guys ever send me a message that's more than 5 minutes long, it's probably going to take me a while to get around to that. Especially when I'm on daddy daycare. I've been on daddy daycare for a week with no support. So I've been Mr. Mom for the last week. I say that just so you know I haven't ignored your text. I saw it. I just haven't had time to dig in. And I'll tell you guys, like, anytime you need to send me a longer message to flesh some shit out, but you would like a response faster, one thing that a lot of my mentees do that's very helpful, if they send me like a 5-minute message, they'll summarize it after in text. Like, hey, here's the main thesis of what I wrote. Here were 2 bullet points that flesh it out. And here's the 1, 2, or 3, or however many questions I had that I'm actually hitting you with. So when you have time, go listen to the video. But if you can answer those things for me, I'll be great. And then the video will just give you more context if you feel like you need it. I always tell people, like, if you want faster answers from me, put it in text, because if it's a 10-minute audio, it's like, shit, I gotta sit somewhere for 10 minutes and not have distractions in my house? Please. Never gonna happen. I'm waiting for somebody to come ask me to make them Egos right now. Actually, I don't need to use the super arrows on these guys. I'm close enough. All out and kick ass. But the super arrows do a lot more damage. Let's see, Clem says also, Brian, I'm here for that sexy man voice. As you should be, sir. You are welcome to the sexy man voice. I got a bunch of dudes in my circle, though. They got a much sexier man voice than me. You should probably follow them. They got all kind of sex in their voice. I sound like a lady compared to some of these dudes. Hunter says, sup, y'all? What up, Hunter? Good to see you, my man. Always happy to see my warriors on their feet. You doing all right today? Yeah, I would have done the flying mechanics in this game differently, but I'm also not a game publisher that's not... I would also be a game publisher who would try to make my games less than 20 hours. So I get, like, they're building shit into the games to make them take longer. It's like, this is just time wasting. But I need to go 600 meters. Like, I could have been 600 meters on my own by now, if not fucking with this game and its fly mechanics. Like, I could have just ran the 600 meters. But I did take a couple of stops along the way, so. Pomegranate. Make all the potions in the world. We haven't been... Oh, yes, we have been here. This is the desolate place. So, this is kind of Act 2, if you will, of the game. Or maybe the beginning of Act 1 if what we've done so far is the prologue. Jenny says, I'm working too. What up, Jen? Getting her work on. That's great.
I will make you so much more than you are. I will make you perfect.
Oh, good. A Wraith Zone. That means we're about to kick ass. Heracles Wraith is hunting you. Good. Bring his ass up here so you can get that ass bust. What up, dog? All in your ass. All in Heracles' ass. That's what I put it. This toe. I do like the fact that this game has a parrying system, but so far it doesn't force me to use it. Because I think parrying is a young man's game in video games. You gotta have dexterity and neuroplasticity and
we should bring balance together.
like, nah, that's a young man's game. All these time button pushes and shit, I ain't got time for that. I don't have the skills for that. Take your time button mashes somewhere else, ho. I got things to do. Alright, we're going down to the Templar. I hate the fact that flying goes down when you do it. Like, get why, but just let me fly, bitches. I'm trying to save time. So killing. Is somebody else here? Oh, you need some killing too? Get this ass whooped. Oh, you didn't know I could do that, did you, ho? Oh, I got new moves, bitch! All in your ass is where I put them.
Remember this scene well.
Is that Diomedes? Bit of a phenom, that kid. Wounding gods in the Trojan War? Unheard of!
Not just gods, but Ares.
Oh, that sounds even more important. It's just gods. I'm guessing those floors kill your ass if you step on them. Probably shouldn't do that. Alright, so everything's locked so far. Let's wait a minute. Is that gonna shoot shit at me if I walk in front of it? No. Strangely, no. Let's shoot something at it. Alright, so maybe walking on it isn't wrong. Let's find out. I don't know, walking on it doesn't seem to have an effect. Okay, so we gotta figure out what the puzzle is around yonder. But I'm not swimming here, so I don't think it's one of those where I need to go underwater to try to fix the situation. But what we try to do, is destroy. Actually, I don't need to do this right now. This can happen another. This is not the temple I'm supposed to be in, so I can actually do this another time. However, usually these solutions are not typically very complicated, which I like. I don't need puzzles to take an hour to figure out so I can feel smart for 8 seconds. Fuck out of here. Who's got that kind of time? Oh shit, I don't even have to do that. I just get to it. Oh, that put the wall. That's funny. Didn't know you could do that. So is that gonna make the adjustment there, and then I gotta do the dumb shit where I gotta run through here like a fucking obstacle course, probably. Yeah, that's exactly what's getting ready to go down. Alright, fine. We'll do it that way if that's what you hoes need. Voodoo. Ooh, sharp turn, sharp turn. Here we go. Clack. Push left. There we are, hoes. All in your ass. How did that not? I guess it did kind of open it up. I'm still in here, bitch. Oh, fuck y'all. And the horseshoe hookers rode in on. So I gotta do that faster, I guess. That was taking too long. Alright. Actually, the better way to do it is just to shoot this motherfucker. I don't even need to use the magic arrows. Done. All in your ass. And we got him. Now, hopefully this shit isn't on a timer, because I'm way too slow with this crapola. Although I think I see exactly where we need to go with it. Right off the break. So that's correct, but then I don't have a place for this one. Alright. Just gotta rotate them, baby. Just gotta rotate them. You get them where you want them at. Just a little rotation, ain't nothing to it, baby. So I'm off by, oh, I thought that I'd looked at him wrong. Okay, I got it. I see what I did there, gummit. Misread one of the pictures, which makes sense. And Roger. Give me my toys. Four coins of Sharad.
Thanks to Athena, Diomedes had the perfect opportunity.
Do I have to hear a
wound
monologue
Ares
from
in
you
battle.
mofos every time I do?
never forget
Like, I'm gonna wipe my ass at some point in this guy. And he, the adventurer, wiped his ass with great fervor. Like, I don't need to hear any of this. Shut the fuck up. The adventurer wiped his ass with great fervor. Ugh. Kick some ass in this dungeon, which is going to be more puzzles. Oh, I'm supposed to be, damn it. I'm supposed to be watching the screen to get my little extra level up juice. Anyway, so we're here with Fenyx, Immortals Fenyx Rising. I guess I should have said that at the beginning of the show. Oh, Jesus, this looks like a very... So... the Zelda vibes are definitely here. Not a huge fan of them. Where I will give credit, though, is at least the Zelda-y shit in this game is intuitive. It's not hard to figure out. Sometimes you gotta figure out how to execute it, but it's very easy and quick to figure out, okay, this is the critical path to getting to the thing I want. Now I just need to do it. I like that approach. the Zelda try shit till something works approach, like I'm not. And don't get me wrong, Zelda has the intuitive piece too. They just also have the trial and error shit that I hate so much in life, let alone video games. I could do without another of these long ass puzzle dungeons though. This is not my favorite thing in the world, and will ultimately probably be why I end up not super loving this game. So if I get on it, is that how it starts? Levitating and shit? No. Well, obviously I'm not gonna jump up there, and this is probably one of those walls. It's one of the magic walls that you can't climb. I found that out on one of the other dungeons I went to. It's like, oh! And the dungeon doesn't tell you, hey, you don't have the skills to do this shit. Don't you think that's something I needed to know, bitch? Like, don't you think I needed to know? Hey, yeah, not this one yet. And maybe there was a prompt that came up on screen that says, hey, you're not ready for this, and I just missed it because I'm not that great at paying attention to things that don't interest me. But yeah, I could do without this whole situation here. I don't care to figure out whatever these stupid ass puzzles are. Honestly, I'm good. But it also looks as though... Wait a minute, is that the way out though? That's not what I'm trying to do. Let's find out. I think that's just the way out. It's not what you think it is, B. This is not what you think it is. Or a man. Yeah, no, it's not what. And there was something on screen that tried to tell me what these little boxes and shit are, but... Huh? Huh? Okay. Word. I guess that's the thing. And I knew it had to be something simple like that. They don't make the puzzles particularly obtuse. Like, hey, what am I supposed to do here? It's not too terrible to figure out. Waka waka. Hey, easy, ho. Not all the way over there, ho. Get over here. Get your ass up there and climb. Now that's kind of cool. I can move things in 3D space. Oh shit, is that thing gonna fall? The hell is that? Oh, there's a timer on it where it falls. Yeah, whores. Who's responsible for that shit? They deserve a kick right in the... everything. Up. Wait, climb, you whore! Thank you! Climbing in this game could use some loving. Now, what I'm hoping is I didn't need to move all of these around to make something work. It was just giving me enough of them to pass the puzzle. Hope. I remember the last puzzle dungeon wasn't the greatest thing on the planet, but we'll see. How did that not kill him? How's that not killing you, horse? The greatest part is when you hit a man. You know, it's just killing. Did you feel great? Name that movie. Anybody name it? Hey there. Take it easy, Hunter. I don't know if you guys were there when I got banned at TikTok this week. That was fun. It's actually 100% hilarious. I wasn't upset at all.
Wonder what these chains are binding.
Deep in the vault, Phoenix found a statue bound by chains, bearing a strong resemblance to Cotis, the Hecatoncheires.
Let me guess. The 100 arms were a dead giveaway.
So I don't have to keep listening to these idiots. Now, one thing I do want to note for the anybody keeping track of anything, one of the things I'm noticing about my emotional reactions to this game today, in the present, is that I'm limited on time. I got to get out of here in a minute. And I'm noticing, like, anything that feels like time. Like, I'm already a person who hates time wasting. Because, you know, when you see a lot of death, you know that time is short. And so you hate wasting time. Right? You like to make the most of the time that you have in anything that you're doing. But when I'm pressed for time for something else, and I'm engaged in something that I feel is wasting my time, I notice, like, I'm noticeably more annoyed by these puzzles than I would be really in any other circumstances. Alright, let's I can just let it carry me up there with the inertia. That's awesome. This is a really well thought out. I mean, if you like puzzles, let me be semi-objective here for a second. And I say semi because there's no such thing as real objectivity. This is a cool ass way to pull off a puzzle, man. Like, this is really well, like, floating orbs that use your abilities. I know Zelda did that too, but I don't remember it being. This is actually enjoyable. I did not, admittedly, enjoy Breath of the Wild all that much. I admit that it's a fantastic experience. It's what it is. It's amazing and all that shit I'm supposed to say. The Zelda fans don't lose their fucking minds or whatever. But I didn't like it that much. But like, I don't really like puzzles that much. But what's happening here is, hey man, I think there's something up. This is well thought out. I gotta give props where I think they're due. Gotta give props where I think
This
they're due.
place is like Ares, messy, dangerous, and in need of a decorator.
What exactly is it about Ares that bothers you so much?
I just wanted more. He starts wars, he rushes in, he's so messy. Anytime anyone prays to him, they're driven mad. He never takes out the garbage, even after Hera asks him like 3 times. But I've made my peace with it. We just joke around.
Maybe he does all those things, except the last one, because he's trying to impress his dad. He wants you to take him seriously.
Nah, he never thinks about how his bloodthirsty actions wreak havoc for everyone else. It's like he never grew up.
They do say imitation is the sincerest form of flattery.
The sincerest form of flattery is kidnapping someone so you can get some alone time. Just ask Ganymede.
Don't get too crazy up there. I need you out there, but not that far. Can I get up that high? I can't. Board cute. Do it, y'all. Let's try it. Nope, we can't. Damn it. Alright, let's try this other one. This little halfway house up there. Why? There you go. There you go. Alright, fuck it. Peace to the party, people. We're gonna try. Don't try it, Jesus, because these walls don't let you climb nothing. I don't think that's what that puzzle intended me to do, but good on the designers for letting the player have some agency. My favorite thing. I didn't solve the puzzle the way you wanted me to, but I found a fucking solution. Is that good enough for you, Mom? I feel like video games are angry moms. You didn't do it right! Like, fine. But I did it. The shit works. Get your ass out of here. This one ought to be very interesting. No, you dumb shit. There, do that. Oh, I got it. I get it now. I get how the physics works. It took me a minute to get the physics. We own it. Can't do shit about it from here, but we get it. But what I can do from yonder is probably make that damn jump. I don't need to. Come on, man. I should be fucking close enough. For the love of the Lord in heaven. You're gonna really make me fucking do this. Of course you are. Video games. You can't be fucking bothered to not give the player a tedious fucking chore to do. Alright, now may I? No, you still can't. Because you're a whore. Fuck it. Try to land on this shit because somebody thinks 3D platforming is still a good fucking idea in 2021. Hey, guys. Peripheral vision doesn't exist in bullshit video game space. So how about not 3D platforming? Because it has sucked since it was invented. Stop it. I've been talking about that since Mario 64. Like, we don't need this in 3D. There's no fucking peripheral vision. How am I supposed to judge a jump when in real life I can see 900,000 data points that help me make the jump better? In a game, I can't see shit. I just have to guess and fall off a fucking cube like I just did. That's what you gotta do. That is the opposite of what I was trying to do. And of course, it threw it to the right. Because that's the direction we definitely wanted it to go in. Not straight. The direction I'm damn facing. Now I'm in position to do what the hell I was trying to do, which is use laws of inertia. No, it's still not working. But fuck it, I found a way to cheat, so fuck them. Doing it my way. Word. That's us. That's how we gonna do business right here today. That's us. Oh, fuck these goddamn puzzles. Yeah, this is where I usually tap out with these types of video games. Like, I could sit here and figure all this shit out that they want me to do. But why? Why would anyone? Why are you throwing it backwards when I'm trying clearly? Throw it fucking forward. I also don't know what makes it lock in there. That's what I've been trying to do. Now, I want, if I do it extra, will you? Okay, so okay. That's what we're doing wrong. Got it. Even though I have no control over, like, how controlled this is. Yes. Try to do it here and bounce it off. Yeah. Do I not have any stamina? Why can't I use this stupid... Oh, I didn't light it up yet. Gotta follow the rules, Brian. I just want to let it go. Just want to let it go. Don't do anything crazy. Just let it go. All right. Let's see who else is here with comments. Clem says, these puzzles can be solved your way, but Zelda forces it to be solved their way. To a degree. To a degree. There's things you can do in Zelda, too, to get around things. But yeah, in this game, you do have at least a little bit of choice. There are solutions to puzzles, obviously, that have to be met, or requirements for the puzzles to be completed. But getting to those solutions isn't always exactly one way to exactly make it happen. There's obviously steps that you have to follow or whatever. I better have enough juice to get to this thing. There we go. Now we're smoking, guys. Now we're on to something. Alright, and we're probably still going to need these things, so let's pull that one into our grasp, and then let's throw his ass up there. That's where I want him. And of course, inertia is going to take it further. I wanted it to. That's fine. That's life. Okay, not what I was trying to do either, but whatever. Now I'm probably too far to get that one. Which means I have the joy of starting over. Yes. Oh, isn't this fun, guys? Doing the same shit over and over and over again until you figure out the exact way to throw these dumbass boxes, make this puzzle work. Yeah, this is where I tapped out during Zelda Breath of the Wild. So it was like, I'll do this a couple of times, and then I'm getting the fuck out of here. Like, I got other shit to do. And moving boxes around a fucking temple. I don't know who that's fun to, but if this is your shit, get in there. You win. Also wondering if I could... Nope. What's up, Super? Good to see you, man. Josh says, I listened to the latest podcast and parts of the discussion made me want to eat Taco Bell food as it kept being brought up. Okay? Sorry I did that to you. Hey, but you made your own tacos. Good. Good for you, man. Sounds delicious. Tacos are the best food that ever happened. That's all I want is just to move it like a little bit. I don't need it to go nuts. Can we? We get just a little bit of loving out here, boss? No, damn it. That is not... Hold on to it, you whore. Now, let's get this thing straight. All we're gonna do is just do that shit like pool, baby. We're gonna ride that thing all the way till the draws fall off. Come on. Slow your ass down. Slow your ass down. Slow your ass down, damn it. Can you please climb, Jesus? Is that too much to ask from your monkey hero ass? Is some climbing? Now I got my little ping pong set here that I can just fly anywhere I want, basically. Okay, next. I'm gonna go high as fuck too, so I can do this the way I want to do it. Is that going to be high enough? That should be high enough. Let's get it. There we go. Again, I don't think that's what the developers wanted me to do there, but that's what I'm doing. Damn it. Kiss my ass. How far do I need to get for this one? This one doesn't look terribly far away, but I imagine... Actually, I don't even have to imagine. I know this is part of it. Because I can see it. Alright, grab it. Got it in grip. Get that trajectory. Actually, hell no. Can I do that? Let's try this real quick. Let go. Let's see if this works. Yes! That's exactly what I want. Give me this shit. I'm gonna do this my way, ho. You better be strong enough, Black. You black ass. Now I can't see what I'm throwing at because video games. Nope. He's not strong enough. He's a weak ass hoe. That's all he is. So what I will do, since it is going to need to fly, is just get that bad boy going like this. Hopefully it's not too much. Now, shoot it. Hurry, bitch, before it falls. This is way too slow. I think that's still going to work if it stopped moving, though. Get it? Hell yeah, I got it. Let's go. staircase here, gentlemen. Just making a staircase, baby. Ain't nothing to it. Ain't nothing to it, y'all. Yeah, bring me up, G. All the way high. Take it as high as it'll let you go, ho. Peace! I'm the realest song they ever wrote, Jesus. Some falling here. The camera with the fault, with the flying. Damn it. No, you bitch! Fucking shitty flying control, ho. I hate you. You're the worst thing ever. Put it down. Alright, now, just a taste. We're not gonna do anything. No, punk bitch. Don't you dare think about it. I'll kill you. So if you're wondering why I freaked out, I almost fell in this damn hole after all of that shit. Because this game, the fly controls in this game are good, but when you need them to be spot on for the platforming, nah. A little bit to be desired. The player basically has a stutter step. Are you really that's the move, bitch? You gonna get this thing on there before I kill your ass? Is this the room where I get to break the thing that's holding the thing hostage? Nope. Yep.
So these chains can be broken.
Of course the chains can be broken, baby. I'm Phoenix, the Lord if speaketh. I don't know the character's name. Probably should learn that. They keep giving me healing points, but there's nothing in these dungeons that I'm aware of that takes your health. Stalshio says, "Sup, B," and everyone. What up, G? Good to see your face. Or your virtual representation of your face, I reckon. Alright, so that side, I guess, is done. We can remove the chains from his ass. Let's go try the other one. Alright, so now that I know the puzzles aren't some obtuse specific thing that I have to figure out, they get less annoying. It's like, that's actually kind of fun to figure out that cool way to do that thing I just did. Sweet. And it doesn't take me a long time to figure it out. Like, that's the key. Like, Zelda, some of the puzzles, like, one of the, I talk about that game kind of generally, but I'll give you specifics. Like, I was playing Wind Waker, and the point where I quit was I was stuck, I didn't know where to go, and I went to my website at the time, and asked my friends, said, hey, I'm stuck on Wind Waker, trying to give this game a shot, trying to love Zelda, because there's definitely parts about the game that I do love. But this figuring out where to go and solving dungeon shit is for the birds. I hate the core mechanic that has become Zelda. Right? And they're like, oh yeah, you're at the part where you got to go find the tornado, and you got to shoot an arrow of unstoppable justice, or whatever they call it in the game, I don't know, into the tornado. Doing that drops a scroll for your ocarina, however the fuck you say it, I don't care. And you play a song, and that opens the door to the... How was I supposed to know that? Oh, you weren't. You were just supposed to shoot an arrow at... Alright, fuck this game. Who in their right mind could say that sentence like that's normal? Oh yeah, I just fucked around until I knew I was supposed to shoot an arrow. You had way too much free time as a child. That's why you guys love the shitty games you love. You had too much free time as a kid. You didn't have a crazy mother that beat the shit out of you anytime you tried to play video games. So you only had like 30 minutes, right? Like, you guys just grew up with nothing but boredom and free time. So you were willing to run around and do dumb shit for 6 hours. No, Mouse. I can't get with that team. Is that a good enough way to generalize and insult all of the Zelda fans ever? It's all jokes, guys. Calm down. I mean, it's not necessarily lies, but it is jokes. All in your foot, ho! I'm gonna kill you by shooting you in your foot, bitch. You ain't gonna block me. Ain't blocking nobody, bitch. I know where your feet is. I know where your feet is, bitch. I'll shoot you in them feet. Fuck them feet. Still hit. Still hit. And you missed, ho. All in your ass. Lucky I can't find your ass. When I do, ho, look at that shit. Now you dead. All in his ass. Now I could have killed him much faster, but I was enjoying psychotically toying with him to make him think he had a chance in that fight, and then just taking all of that hope because I am a horrible, horrible human being who enjoys that. There you are. I was wondering when you were going to turn on there, homie. No, no, not that one, you shitbag whore. Just make that staircase, baby, just like we did before. What I did will work. It's not what I wanted, but you know what? Good a damn enough. Get out of here. Alright, what's the puzzle? Hey, homeboy, you didn't know I was behind you. All in your ass. Where you at? Somebody with projectiles. Look at you. Excuse me. Both do that move. You know I got that move too, right? You know I got that move too, right? Get your ass. Need an ass whipping. Nice move. This is what I'd like to spend more time doing in the game. Kicking ass. All this puzzle solving shit can go somewhere else, but at least the puzzle solving is enjoyable. No complaints. No complaints. I do wish the dungeons were more just beat 'em up shit, but that's okay, man. You can't get everything exactly the way you need it sometimes. You can get it close enough and still have a good time. Treasure. Stachio says, never was much of a gamer myself. I think I may have only been 1 or 2 games in my life. Yeah, it's all good. For some of us, there's parts of my life where gaming was definitely not a part at all. You know, I didn't even really start gaming until I was 9, right? Like, I remember having an Atari in the house as a real little kid because I have a brother that's 10 years older than me, but I didn't really ever play with it. Once or twice. Maybe a couple of times, and then I got a gaming system when I was not until I was 9. Right? So a good part of my childhood, I was just playing outside, doing sports, and playing Army in the woods with my friends. Then at 9, my mom bought me a Commodore 64. I think because she wanted me to learn computer programming too. But her sell was, oh, you can learn how to program and you can play games. Because she was adamant when like from age 8 on, my mom that raised me, and God bless her, because she was fucking right. She's like, you are going to become a computer expert. That is the future of Earth. She was right. You know, this was the 80s, so computers weren't in everybody's house. My mom made sure our house had one. She was like, motherfuckers are going to be using these exclusively in a couple of years. You got to have your damn act together, son. I was like, all right. And she was 100% right. But she got me the Commodore 64, I think, because it was like, oh, I can sell him on video games, but I can get him to learn some shit that'll actually help him. So there you go. That's my mom's contribution. One of my mom's many contributions to my success. But, you know, I didn't really have a gaming system until I was 9, and then I didn't get a Nintendo. I didn't get an NES. And believe me, the NES, by the time I got that system, had already been out. Shit, by the time I got that gaming system, the NES had been out years. I didn't end up getting an NES until I was in middle school. Like, that was a wrap. And, you know, the NES certainly came out when I was in elementary school. But I got one in middle school. And then middle school was where I got really big into gaming. But then by the time I got to high school, I didn't really game anymore. Not that much, anyway. I'd play a couple of RPGs here and there, maybe a little Super Mario World, but nothing crazy, Street Fighter. You know, I didn't have a collection of 900 games and shit. I had a handful of games that I liked, and I played that. And I'd play Mario Kart and Madden at my boy's house, and that was pretty much it. Then I went to college, and it was over. I mean, at this point, you know, by the time I get to college, you're in the PlayStation generations, and I wasn't gaming at all. That's why when I talk about PlayStation 1 and 2, it's like it was lost on me, because it's not my world. I was trying to not fail out of college, not lose my scholarship, and trying to get girls to like me. Video games had I had zero fucks to give when it came to video games. So I say all that to say I can relate. Like, there's been a lot of times in my life where gaming just
I
wasn't
will
part of it.
wage an endless war.
Alright, so we broke those chains. Where are the other ones coming from? This dungeon is surprisingly simpler. And I don't mean easier. I actually do mean simpler than the last one I did. And I like that. Like, thank you. This is far less complex. And truthfully, the last one wasn't all that complex. I was less observant than I could have been, which is normal for me. I'm not the most observant guy with details that aren't life-threatening. Just kind of the way my brain has been wired from lots of years of training to kill, and then being in charge of killers. You learn to you only have time to focus on the shit that exactly matters when you have to make a decision about whether or not somebody lives or dies. I don't have time to worry about fucking details that don't mean shit. So, all that to say, I can relate to a degree. I certainly have had gaming be a big part of my life, but there's been a lot of droughts. The last drought I had in gaming went from like 1990 something, I remember the exact year, to about like I did not hardcore come back to actually playing video games until 2005 when Oblivion came out. And that's why people hear me criticize Skyrim. I got a little bit of flack for something I said about Skyrim. It's like, yeah, get the whole context before you start making snap judgments about my opinions. In the same breath that I criticized Bethesda for making Skyrim, because I don't think it was their fault. I think it was whoever the publisher that was behind Bethesda, I maybe wrongly think is behind a lot of their shortcomings. Their decisions are money driven instead of people driven, I think, is why their games are still violently mediocre. I don't think any of those devs played Fallout 4 and were like, yeah, this is exactly what we wanted to make. I can't imagine that, not knowing how good those men and women are, and others, right? No, 100% no. But in the same breath, I'm going to criticize Skyrim. I'm going to say, yeah, this is also a company that's single-handedly responsible, one, for me playing video games at all after the year 1994. Or shit, maybe sooner than that. So they're responsible for that. And they're responsible for damn near creating the fucking genre that my favorite game that emulates their shit is in. You know, but we live in a world now where it's all sound bites and fucking real fast. It's all, you know, how fast can you give us your opinion on some bullshit that, you know, like, why do you care about my opinion? Especially if you're not going to take the time to get the whole fucking opinion. Come on, push it, man. What are you doing? It should have been enough to push it. At least I can make the jump. It really doesn't matter too much as long as I can get another one of these things to follow me. Oh, I was supposed to shoot it. That's where I messed it up. My bad. Come on over here, homie. I need you. Oh, yeah. What? Come on, man. Are we really going to do this? Are we really going to play the game that way? I was going too fast for the thing to work. You're going to force me to see what these wonderful developers made for me here. Force me to... And I'm not fast enough to fucking grab it. Of course I'm not. Of course I'm not the fuck fast enough. So, solution to this, don't jump on it until it's in the fucking... Oh, too soon. This is silly, by the way. This is the type of puzzle solving bullshit that I'm just like, fuck you. Whoever designed this one, did a different job. Is it going to do it here too, or am I going to be alright? I think I'm going to be alright this time. Thank you, Jesus. Should I just be able to jump in this one? No, you can't actually just jump and let wind push your wings, because I would make it easy when you jump. And of course, that's exactly how it went. Because fuck this game. That's why I should still be able to fly over here, though. Actually. Yeah, give me that. Did I not move it exactly? Yeah, no. Fucking video games, dude. Still not good enough. You just fucking pick the thing up, ho. May I just pick it up without all the goddamn fucking turning on the Spirit of Jesus lights. I don't get it to line up exactly where it needs to be. Like, yeah, he did good enough. Hit the button. Get this guy the fuck out of here. He's gonna fucking delete all of our games if we keep doing this to him. This is stupid. Alright, so this one wants to go that way this time. Where the fuck am I going? Seriously, where am I going this time? I think I see it. Too soon. Thank you, I was hoping that was possible. And of course, we're gonna play this bullshit again. That's why wouldn't we? But I should at least be able to somewhat rectify the situation. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'll be here all week. Them skills I've been displaying, Jesus. God, at least it lets you do that. This is a supreme pain in the anal meat. That's the move. Oh, the wall's not down yet, so what do y'all want from me? Is there something I'm supposed to be doing here? I'm supposed to be killing, probably. I guess technically I can make it a jump, but I don't know if what's in there is what I'm supposed to be jumping to. So we're gonna find the fuck on out, ain't we?
Typhon will drown in my endless rage!
Hey, yo, can a brother get one of them boxes, yo? Y'all ain't gonna give me one. Y'all gonna make me run all the way back? That's y'all. Y'all gonna make me run all the way back to get one? That's us? Is how we gonna play this? Y'all gonna make me run all the way back to get one? Because I didn't do a puzzle exactly perfect. That's y'all. That's us. That's what we gonna do right here. Y'all gonna make me run all the way back through this dumbass fucking puzzle. Because of that right there. Okay. Noted, game designers. And fuck you too. Thanks for wasting my goddamn time. Dude, you don't need to goddamn pose like Superman. Just fly, you dumb bitch, so I can actually do something. fired from making games for the rest of your life. Fuck your couch. Actually, right. Nah, because I still gotta turn on the. Oh, it killed the anvil because I. Wait, why did it kill the anvil? I didn't move that shit. The game's just being. Okay. That's how we can do it, I guess. What's this? The problem is, if I mess with that one right now, it's going to kill the other one that's already over there, which I guess technically doesn't matter. Whew. That one closed, didn't you? Pushes up, pushes up, pushes up. You're supposed to push us up, ho. Fail. You suck. You suck, you suck, you suck, you suck. Your boy have no skill. Fuck, I can't goddamn get it fast enough. And these shitty controls. The controls are what they should be for this type of game, but what the game's asking me to do, the controls don't necessarily serve. Right now, this should push this way. I should have to jump over this stupid ass wall, and you should just go across. Why are you not up in the fucking air with the one pushing the low one? You hooker whore. Are you really gonna make me do this? Word? You're gonna just force the player to, like, is there a reasoning behind this shit? Like, let's go. There. That was dumb as fuck. Oh, hold up, hold up. Thank God. I got that just in time, too. Yeah, that was dumb. Like, that part of the puzzle was so specifically designed. Yeah, come on in. Okay. Okay. What? Okay. Stand by. Let's see, Pocket Thoughts says, just came home from work. Time to cook some dinner with y'all to keep me company. Sweet. Unfortunately, we got to get out of here in a second. But I'm glad you're here, Pocket. I'm glad you're here. Yeah, I got the trash already. I need you to make sure there's another trash bag in the trash can. Did you start that laundry already? No, the blankets. What of Zach's did you put in the laundry? Those are mine. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, you got those already? Okay, fine. So you're washing his now, right? Okay, when his are done washing, dry them and then put mine in the wash. Okay, then did you already do the dishes? That's next. Dishes are now. And then, or has Zach's stuff finished yet? Because I've already cleaned the bathroom. I've already taken out all the trash. I've already taken care of this entire room over here. All right. Okay, so dishes, #1 priority. Getting the floor clean, #2 priority. Right? And then you can move the laundry once you move on to the next thing. The other very important piece, work with Christopher to clean that bathroom downstairs. If you need stuff to clean it, you can look in my bathroom. But you guys regularly destroy that bathroom. I'm not cleaning it. You guys clean it. Got it? Thanks, man. This is dumb. Like, it's like you got to get you whore of whores. Like, you got to get this thing to land exactly where it wants it to be for the fucking physics to work. Okay. All right. Like, if I did that and it was 0.8 centimeters off, I feel like the game designers would be like, come on. If distance equals this many meters away from the thing, just... I don't want to move this stupid ass thing around this dungeon 7 more hours. But yeah, it's becoming very obvious to me that the gamer that video games are made for is someone who does not mind. And we all waste time, guys, of course. But it's somebody who doesn't mind wasting like sinful amounts. Like, you should see somebody amounts of time. For some of the things games ask you to do, it's like, this is just fucking wasting the player's time. And most players, I think, aren't aware of it because they're just happy to have the distraction. It's better than the pain or the anxiety or whatever they're feeling that the video games are helping with, right? I'm like, nah, this is not better than anxiety. I think I'll just have anxiety rather than move these dumbass blocks around. I think that's what I'm gonna do. If I can make these jumps, hopefully. I think 3D fucking platforming is still dumb as fuck, and the fucking sprint feature in this game, whew, frustrating.
Oh, how war
Ooh,
will
they couldn't get away from balls. This wouldn't be a dungeon if we weren't moving balls around. Oh Jesus, this looks really elaborate. More so than I'm gonna feel like doing. Like if Marble Madness was hell. Alright, so I clearly have not done something that turns these lampposts on, so I need to figure out whatever that is. Step 1. I mean, I see the ball box over here, but I don't see a ball. And I also don't see a switch to hit to turn the ball on. The switches I can see that are within range aren't hittable in the first place, though the checkpoint is hittable, and that we can do. Got him. So actually that leads me to believe that the checkpoint is here, then yeah, where I'm supposed to be going is actually this way and not the direction I'm in. Understood. Oh, it's still a box. I don't know what I'm supposed to do with that box, because I need a ball, not a box. And I'm imagining that box is going to have to go somewhere to create me a ball. I don't know where, but I try. There's my ball, and that's probably going to fall in a hole, right? How do I catch it? However, moving it around, I can't move this the same way I would one of the boxes. It's too heavy for that. Alright, so I think I get it. We create the places for... Oh, duh. Just push the ball off the ledge here. And we got it figured out. Yeah, the physics with moving this shit around the temples, dog. Like, I get it. I get what y'all were trying to do. I really do. I appreciate it. And it sucks. That's all it. Like, I appreciate it, and it sucks. I should be able to just do that. Hopefully. Got it. Now we can get the ball to do its thing. Come up here and get us a new ball. Having said that, yes, our ball will land in the hole, which should turn on the lamppost over there, hopefully. That should just roll right into place. Let's see what happens. Turn our lamppost on.
You can't fathom the war brewing within me.
I can see that. That's clearly not for that one. That's clearly for this one. Go ahead and get it locked, and that way we can line it up and not have the problems I had just a second ago. Pocket says, it's all good, B. Happy to be here as long as it lasts. Well, I am certainly happy that you're here as well. We're blessed to have you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for hanging with this wonderful band of misfits. 2 of them. No, but you're gonna need one to block that. Actually, if it just lands in exactly where it's at, that's perfect. That's exactly where I need it at, because the ball will hit here and then bounce right to the hole. Show you right. So the only people that can post links here, Josh, are the moderators. Run it. Oh, there's 2 of them? Shit. What's the first one doing? And what's the second one doing? Why does it need to be 2 of them? Hey, get your ass down. Ooh, I see that treasure chest. You ain't slick. Uh-huh. Nicely done, Chambers. That's the type of shit about this game that I like, man. The little hidden treasures. And I got some Zeus lightning. Hell yeah, but I think I'm going to have to respawn because of it. I don't think there's a way to get back up. Try right here. Oh, we did it, Jesus. Oh, I'm a cold ass piece. Ah, there's the second one. I'm like, where's the second hole that this ball needs to go to? And why does it need it? Ah, it does need a second hole. Okay, bam, right there. It's like, what is the second hole about? I don't understand what's supposed to be happening here. Now, the problem I'm going to run into is that first ball stopped, I think. All right, we'll try again. So where the fuck? What? Pool ball move and it still wasn't enough to change the damn trajectory. Dude, just move the fucking ball. Does not need to be complicated, look. Down. Now, the other concern is that when I move this, it's going to disappear. You are a whore. You're just a whore. That's all. That's what you set your life up to be. You won. Punk ass, bitch ass, whore ass, block. I hate you. Hate your whole existence. Alright. So you have to wait till that little chink sound is made. The shink. It's not the right. I'm not making the right sound with my mouth, but the shink sound it's making. You gotta wait for that. Otherwise, you're screwed. So I kind of want it to turn when it hits. So I need to give it an angle. I basically wanted to hit that. It's still going to be too much. That was funny. I do want it to move to the hole, but I need it to have enough that's closer. God, 3D space. Platforming. Devils. Satan guns. Young game designers. Not platform games. It's from Satan. It's never been good. Mine too. Spend an hour adjusting a damn block to make a right space on it. Want that to be. Alright, now does it make the other ball disappear or are we good? Let's check it. Alright, I got eyes on. Let's find out what happens. Yep, makes it disappear. So if that one F's up, I'm going to have to do this again. Alright, come on, turn it, Jesus. Get your ass down that hill. Alright, that one looks to be gravy. Yep, keep going. Stay your ass on course, bitch! And because I moved the box 0.3 meters from where it's supposed to be, once it got to where it was going, it did not have kinetic energy to adjust properly. God damn it. Yeah, miss me with all this shit. If you got enough time to be doing this bullshit in your video game, God damn the... Just fucking drop it. You got enough time to be doing this shit, dude. Change your life. As I'm doing it. I need to change my life. That's what needs to happen. Hopefully that gave it enough Christ in our hearts. Stupid ball ass over here, and I'll do it myself. Because the freaking little obstacle course these silly ass designers tried to make doesn't work properly. Like, I get what they were up to, but stop it. Lord Jesus, my Savior. Up to these, I really hope there's not too many of these damn puzzle dungeons. Like, if there's 4 of them, I could probably take them. If there's 20 of these, I'm telling you, I'm not finishing this game. About to face a tough enemy, you should save the game. You're right, I should. Although you told me to hit the wrong button to save the game, but that's okay. Actually, I can't save there either. Then what was that prompt trying to tell me to do? You know what? Let's just go kick ass. I can't save, so. I do remember the last time it told me this enemy is going to be tough. It was not lying. Shit was actually tough. So, should hopefully have a good time here. We put in a lot of work to be able to do whatever this is. Let's have some fun. Yeah, when we were kids, we had 4 hours to invest in a Zelda dungeon, so it's fine. It didn't piss us off when you failed a puzzle, because you could just start it again and spend another 12 hours doing it. Yeah, put up that wall. Do something with it. That's what I'm gonna get your ass out here. We're gonna have us some damn fun tonight, ho. Me and you, hoeing. Just hoeing as hard as you can. Look at you missing, ho. Suck. Suck. Your mama sucks. Your daddy sucks. I used to kick dicks out of his mouth on his job. That's how bad he was at it. Look at you missing, ho. This guy's definitely easier than the last one. But you know what? Like I said, off camera, we did some leveling up. We're a little stronger now. And the gear I have on now, I went and did some exploring. Like, to get gear that this gear replenishes your stamina, which I always bitch about video games that have to use stamina because you can't make a game that's actually difficult without handicapping me. Okay, I get it. Designers, you suck. So you got to put stamina in it to make it hard, as if I'm going to run out of stamina after 4 sword swings in a fight for my life. Like, just the stuff that video games ask us to suspend our disbelief on sometimes are just dumb. Like, the stamina bar lasts 4, like in this game, the stamina bar is not really affected by the sword swing, so that observation doesn't really apply here. But in many games, everything you do uses up stamina, and you get so little of it, it makes me wonder, why was this guy sent to save the world? Because he sucks. Like, in my worst out of shape days, I can fight longer than this. And those days were when I was 12, I guess. I've been an athlete my whole life, you know, and then I guess a soldier, and then a amateur, you know, athlete of my own making after the fact. But, like, for real, what? You expected me to believe that I'm running out of stamina after 2 axe swings and this thing's here to kill me? I think adrenaline's going to give me 1 or 2 more stamina bars there, designers. How about not be lazy and just make your games actually challenging? And not rely, and I get it, there's no real way to do it without handicapping the player. I don't know that there's a way to make games more difficult other than just making them more tedious. I don't know that it's possible given the exact technology we have. I don't know if I sat down with a actual combat designer and said, hey, make something that's incredibly difficult, but also make it fun. And they would be like, oh, it's possible. We either need to make it brutal like Dark Souls and force the player through a sequence of obedience training that when they finally get obedient enough, they get good. If you follow the rules long enough in Bloodborne, you get good. This is, like, people use the term get good because that's an ego stroke. It makes you feel like you figured out some hard shit. You didn't. You just let the game beat the shit out of you for 400 hours until you learned to be obedient. A non-conformist person like me is going to play that game and get me the fuck out of here. First of all, I can fight better than this goddamn skeleton character you gave me. I wouldn't fight any of these fights like this. This is actually dumb. Why would you walk down a corridor where there's 3 guys to your 1? That's a bad fighting proposition. But the game's going to force it because you have to get good. You have to follow the rules that let you just barely get by beating that fight. And for some people, that's exhilarating. For me, I would watch a person have that fight like a combat trainer. I'd be like, this person's the stupidest person I've ever seen in my life. Why are they fighting them head on? Well, Brian, you never trained them on how to do actual combat. Oh, that's probably right. They're intuitively just trying to save their own life. But I don't know that if I sat down with the Dark Souls designers and I said, hey, here's how I'd propose you change it, I don't know that it would fix anything. It's like, well, you just made our game easy. But you didn't keep the challenge with it. That's why when I point to games like Outward, which do use handicapping to be difficult, but what's actually difficult also is there is a dance that you have to learn how fighting works. Similar to the get good of a Bloodborne or a Dark Souls, but different in that if you are a good fighter, you are equipped to fight everything in the game. Dark Souls is more, each monster is a puzzle that has 4 different variations that you must figure out and learn the tells of. In Outward, it's much more simple. It's, this thing's stronger than me, so I have to use the terrain and other things to my advantage to be able to beat it. It's just using your wits. Not that Dark Souls and Bloodborne don't have that, but the rules are so fucking confining that the way I would use my wits would break the game. It would make me a superhero that couldn't be killed. It's like, yeah, but that's how people who actually know how to fight is we out-technical you. I'm not going to beat you on strength if you and me get in a fist fight. Unless strength is my absolute thing that I have on you, and I can use it to my advantage. No, I'm going to fight you in a way where if I have to kill you, you're just not going to see me until you're going to wake up in heaven. Like, what the fuck happened? I don't know. Brian was here, though. Right? But in, I don't know that we could have games where developers could actually make something that's challenging without just handicapping it. Like, what is good about your ability to hit time button mashes? There's nothing inherently good about that other than you had the will to learn the rules. Other than, I guess, the timed button mash, you got good at hitting it at the right time, right? Like, it is incredibly hard to run, stop running, hold up a rifle, and actually hit a target when you're breathing hard and now your whole physiology is affecting how you take a shot. That shit is fucking hard. It's not complicated. It's not complex. It's, did you train enough to hold that fucking rifle properly and control your breathing so that you can shoot and effectively hit a target? That shit's hard. That is actual difficulty. But if the game was making it hard for you to wield the fucking weapon, nobody would ever play it. So I'm saying all of this to say, as an olive branch, I get that I jokingly, obviously, I'm not serious. I think game designers are insanely brilliant people. All of the shitting I've done satirically on game designers for not being able to make difficulty, it's because how else would you? I don't think you can. I've never played a video game where I'm like, oh, this is difficult and it's insanely fun and fair and not tedious and annoying at times. Ninja Gaiden is the hardest game I've ever beaten. It's a million times harder than Dark Souls. The difference is the rewards in Ninja Gaiden for me are much more fun because I don't lose as much when I die and you win faster. But make no mistake, that game is brutally difficult, and it is not difficult for anything. I will never tell a person, oh, you just need to get good at Ninja Gaiden. No, you just need to play it enough to know where all the fucking tricks are. That's it. Ninja Gaiden is a magician show. The difficulty's not real. It's literally, we're going to put you on screen, we're going to throw 4 bats that have a weird trajectory, a guy swinging an axe at you, and something else attacking you from behind. What are you going to do about it? Well, unless you know the exact steps to get out of that solution, which is usually to cheat, is to walk back to the left a little bit to get the bat to disappear, kill the guy behind you, then kill the guy in front of you, then jump. That's the only way to make that jump. And by the way, I don't think the designers planned it that way. I think they fucked it up and players learned how to get around it. Because that game is borderline unplayable if you're trying to finish it. I don't know many people who have. I've only beaten it once fair, and the second time I beat it, I cheated by using save states. It's the only way I can beat Ninja Gaiden at this point. But I would never tell a person in my arrogance and stupidity to say you need to get good. No, because you're not getting good at anything other than you're getting good at pattern recognition and obeying rules because you've done something 1,000 times. And in that same breath, I say, I don't know that if I were a game designer, I could figure out the way to actually add difficulty where it's, I'm having fun because I'm beating somebody that I am better than. No, I just learned the rules to the system and I'm obeying the rules. What I like about, so far, about Immortals Fenyx Rising, is that the game has rules, but it's loose. It's like if you want to make these boxes into a staircase that goes all the way up to the ceiling and you just want to fly to your location, knock yourself out. That's not how we envision this, but we created a room where there's there's a bunch of different ways you probably could solve this. That to me is robust game design. Give the player the room to figure out shit, even if it's not exactly the way that's the right puzzle moves. That's why I can't fuck with Bloodborne, because what would make me a good fighter in Bloodborne or Dark Souls is not allowed. It's just not allowed. First of all, I'd fight nobody on equal footing. I'd fight everybody from high ground because I'm outnumbered and only have a couple of bullets. So all I'm going to do is find out all the enemy locations, because I'm going to do reconnaissance from the rooftops, because you get rooftop access pretty early. I'm going to do reconnaissance from the rooftops, figure out where all the fucking enemies are, figure out the ones that have to be dead for me to get off this stupid ass nightmare, and then I'm not fighting anybody that doesn't need to be killed, and I'm going to surgically take people out. The game doesn't allow that, and if it did, it might be too easy. You know a game that does allow it? Ghost Recon, Wildlands, and Breakpoint. There's difficulty. It's not particularly hard, but the reason I'm winning these gunfights is because not just because the game's not particularly difficult, because you can ramp the difficulty up, and I've done it, and I've played Wildlands where there's characters that only die with headshots, and they're everywhere. Good luck. It's hard as shit. But because I'm a better fighter than the dumbass AI in this game, I know how to fuck them up. I've ruined their whole weekend. I had people dying, they didn't even know where the bullets were coming from, because I'm a smarter fighter than them. But most games that are trying to be difficult won't let you just be smarter than the game. And that's usually my primary beef with a lot of this shit. Alright, rant over. Let's get this show on the road.
Hey!
Oh, we got another load screen. Damn it, and I missed the crystals of power. Better strategy is to stand still until you see one and then go get it. It flew right. I couldn't even see that one. I don't know how they expected me to get that. Oh, too fast. Well, I would stand still, but even the game won't let me stay still. It's forcing me to the left. Long-ass load time. Alright, Pocket Thought says the different... Okay. Typical Item says, could you make the box perpendicular and then push the manual? Unfortunately, no. The boxes are... For the love of Christ, what did I just unplug? Fuck! I can't see shit.
By the gods, who was that thief? I hope Ares will know what to do. If Legiron wasn't turned to stone, he'd have that essence already. And probably a medal too. Phoenix, try harder.
Alright, typical Iron would say, yeah, so the boxes couldn't be moved manually. You had to do this stupid ass lifting them in the air move. So, unfortunately, no. Good question, though. Pocket Thought says, if you would make a game like that, it would be a training game where you just train, and then the end of the game, you would slay everything. No, I wouldn't do that at all. I would create an environment where the player could choose to fucking train. And I would make the training insanely fun. You know what game does that really well? You're going to see it soon because I'm going to play the whole fucking series so you guys can actually see me play games that I love. Star Ocean does that perfectly with an amazing leveling system, I might add. And weirdly, Star Ocean 1 and 2 do it the best out of every, like, even the more modern games in the series don't do it as well. 1 and 2. 2 is the absolute best. 1 would be the next best. The next Star Ocean that's probably best after that one for me. I get that this is controversial for most, but I also was a grown man when most of the people who were arguing with me were playing the one they all scream about when they were 8. I say Star Ocean 4 is the next best one, then 3, then 5 is the worst. Or I think 5, then 3 is the worst, because 3, gameplay-wise, is a mess. But I also played 3 at a very dark point in my life, so I'm looking forward to going back and playing that as a more healthy, patient man. I don't think some of my frustrations will be as pronounced as they were when I was severely depressed and all over the place. But no, I wouldn't make a game that's just going to the gym. That's stupid, right? But I would give the player the opportunity to, if he wanted to put in the time and the effort to get better than what I could throw at him in the game. And then if he wanted to be a god by the end of the game, because that's what he set up, great. But, and by the way, the process to becoming that god is going to be challenging. It's not going to be easy. Another game that does that well is Kingdoms of Amalur. Like, they send you on these quests where you have a lot of fighting to get to this item that you're going to get, that you get to wield that's super strong. That's a smart way to do it. So no, it wouldn't be just training and then being a god. It would be a progression to becoming a god. But that would involve me naturally playing the game, but just maybe playing it in ways that are a little bit different than just sticking to the linear story, right? I see how you could come up with that conclusion, because what I'm talking about seems very overly simplified and I'm generalizing a lot. But no, by no means am I saying I just want to grind. I want to grind in a way that's fun. Like, yeah, but into your analogy's not off, because I enjoyed when I was a bodybuilder and a powerlifter. I've done both. Now I do kind of a mix of the two just to sustain all the shit I built over a lot of years. I'm not necessarily trying to continue to get big. I'm already big enough. But one of the things I learned was I loved showing up at the gym 6 days a week and kicking my own ass. That shit was fun. But why was it fun? First of all, it's hard as shit. Secondly, most people couldn't do it. So it's fun to do something that other people are watching you like, motherfucker. Like, I had college football coaches in there, literally at the gym I used to work out at years ago before we moved to the house we're in now. We had a community gym I went to, and one of the guys in there was a college football coach. And I used to call him Coach, and he used to coach me. In fact, he was one of the guys I was a little bit younger than. He was actually trying to talk me into walking on with the Washington football team. He was like, brother, you got to do this. He's like, I'm watching you in this gym, and I coach guys like you. Like, brother, he said, you have what we call in athletics the fucking eye of the tiger. He's like, I don't meet athletes that have that shit. He's like, when you come into this gym, he said, there was one day I watched you the whole, he's like, I stopped my workout and just watched you. And he said to me, you had no fucking clue that I was watching you. That's how I know you have the eye of the tiger. I was like, what do you mean, coach? He said, you didn't pick up on the fact that a grown-ass man was stalking you at the gym. And the reason why you didn't is because you were so fucking laser focused at killing yourself. He's like, that's what all pro athletes need to be good. You got to at least try. And I was like, I'm good. I'm old. I'm broken. Blah, blah, blah. But anyway, what I learned in that process was I had a tremendous time every day showing up and getting that beating. So I do have some empathy for the Bloodborne Dark Souls fan base, because I think what makes lifting weights fun for me is essentially the same thing that makes Bloodborne fun. The key ingredient that makes us two different people is you're spending hundreds of hours in your life building something that doesn't fucking exist. I'm over here, and so it's not fun for me to get my ass beat if at the end of that 300 hours I don't have something I can show to myself or somebody else that I care about enough to want to put in that 300 hours. I'm one of the only people on the planet that has all the achievements in Tales of Vesperia. Look it up. Look it up. I'm one of the only guys. Nobody thinks I'm cooler. I didn't get laid because of that. My wife wasn't like, oh, I'm totally going to do crazy sex things to you because you did this awesome feat that took 400 hours. No, she gives zero fucks that I have all the achievements. In fact, she's probably angry because at that point in my life I was doing that because I was so violently depressed and wanted to be clocked out. Right? So, from that perspective, I get it. It's just you're asking me to sign up for this training that isn't, first of all, the training itself isn't fun, Bloodborne. Dark Souls. It's an obedient, clumsy, controlled action game. Obedience simulator that's a clumsily controlled action game is that whole sentence. But it's the gym. I'm building something, one, that's going to make me live a long time. And I'm getting stronger, and I like the way I look and feel. So you're not wrong. There is something about being in the gym and the repetition and the tedium of that hard shit that's awesome. I just don't get that same rush from beating a fucking skeleton for the 80th time in Dark Souls. Because I can't take that with me. There's no legacy there for me. There's total legacy with me building something that is tangible and I can see it. And people actually, like my wife likes that I'm healthy and sexy. Right? There are benefits to me being in shape. So your analogy's not wrong. I just think your full assessment was oversimplified of how I would do it. That's a great thought. Thanks for sharing that. Let's take some of these other comments. Josh Quinn says, I tried Ninja Gaiden a long time ago. I could not get through the first... Damn. Wait, are you talking Xbox? Because you're a young dude. Are you talking Xbox Ninja Gaiden? I'm talking about real Ninja Gaiden. Not that Xbox nonsense. If you couldn't beat the first boss on Nintendo Ninja Gaiden, video games might not be your thing. You also may have been 6, so I might be willing to give you a pass. Anyway, that's cool, man. Thanks for sharing that. Typical Iowa says, Ninja Gaiden on the NES. That game was, yeah, NES. It's the hardest game I've ever played. Like, that's why I laughed when people, you need to get good at Dark Souls. No, I don't. I don't need to invest 400 hours so I can be like you. I can be good at Dark Souls, but have wasted 400 hours of my life like I did with Tales. That's the lesson I learned from Tales of Vesperia. It's like, I'm not doing this shit again. I wasted 400 hours of my life doing it. But on that front, though, the Tales of Vesperia piece was at least enjoyable because it was beating bosses and finding hidden items. Like it was like a scavenger hunt. It wasn't, fight this skeleton 400 times until you don't hit the parry button at the wrong time. And then you still do because it's imperfect. It's like, I'm out. Got time for this shit. Pocket Thought says, so first real boring for tedious training repetition, then again boring because you're mega strong. Yeah, I don't get bored by being mega strong. I don't understand players that say, oh, the game made me too powerful and I was bored. Never bored with that. Never bored with the fact that Crackdown lets me jump over buildings. What world are you guys living in where jumping over a building is so boring to you? Like, Josh says, going back to the podcast, I wanted to say this was a different topic from usual, it seems. It was nice to see the episode focus on sustainable agriculture, as I do care. Yes, that's a topic that I've wanted to talk about for a long time on the show, but I didn't want to do it without somebody on the show who could actually talk about it intelligently with me. And I'm not that guy. I needed someone way more knowledgeable because I can talk about the platitudes, I can talk about the philosophy and the ethics, but I can't talk about the specifics of what's going on in the science. I needed somebody who's actually out there, not just talking about it, living it, to come on the show and tell people, hey, here's what's happening, man. And I loved it. That's something we'll do more of. That's actually probably more of what the format of the show will look like in the future. It hasn't been that now simply because I've been dragging my feet to bring people on the show just because I don't have all the things set up to do the show the way I want them. Now, the only thing holding that up is me. There's no and I don't have like a strong drive, like I gotta start doing the show this way. Like I'm happy doing the show the way it kind of is, but over time it'll evolve to be more conversational with other people. When I, have my studio set up the way I want it to be, and I can actually run it comfortably, without having to have kids interrupting me and shit. Like there's life changes that are happening in my life right now that will make the podcast more like what you heard this week versus kind of the just stream of consciousness, the rantings of a madman who's just trying to expose ideas so that we can learn how to, think on things and look at things from different perspectives. But and these live streams here on YouTube are kind of an extension of the podcast. So the podcast, the way it is now, will turn more into what's happening here on YouTube, which is just stream of consciousness, hanging out. What are the topics of the day? And the podcast will get a little more structured. Structure's the wrong word. It'll get a little more. I don't really know the word for it. Conversational. Like, I've asked Miko to be on the show more. That was something that was harder to do in years past with our schedules and whatnot, but a lot of that's changed today. So more to come. I'm glad you liked it. And thank you for your commentary. Is how I should have started that rant. But yeah, man, more to come. I'm glad you dug it. Yeah, grilling is an activity dominated by men. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Let's see. Pocket Thought says, Star Ocean was a game I wanted to play back when. Would be nice to see you play it. Do it. I'm going to do it. It's happening. I don't want to start 19 games. Like, we're working on this, Immortals, Fenyx, Jesus. We're working on Legacy of Kain. We're working on Near Replicant. And we're working on Breakpoint. Those are kind of the 4 games I've got in rotation for stream. I'm also working on R-Type Final 2, Sakuna of Rice and Ruin, and Dusk Diver on Nintendo Switch. I'm not streaming any of that stuff because it's not really stream worthy. I will be adding Minecraft, and because my son's going to do some stuff with me here on the show. That's going to be fun. I will be adding probably this weekend, maybe even tonight, depending on how things go, because there may be a second stream tonight. The other part I didn't tell you. But there will be Minecraft added as kind of just a thing my son and I do at times. It's not really a playthrough. And then there will be Animal Crossing. I will be doing my Animal Crossing stuff here on the stream because I think that's a social engagement thing that I think could be fun. And if you guys are playing Animal Crossing, we might be able to have our worlds interact, and I think that would be cool. But once I start to clear some of these other games off of the backlog, then, like, for example, when we finish, if I had to guess out of the 4 games we're playing now, which one we finish first, I'm going to guess that's going to be the Legacy of Kain game. Let's say we finish that one, right? As soon as that's done, I'm probably going to bring in Star Ocean. We'll start with Star Ocean, The Last Hope, which is everybody's least favorite, but I'm going to play the games chronologically in order. So we're going to play Star Ocean 4 first, then we're going to go immediately to Star Ocean 1, then Star Ocean 2, then Star Ocean Blue Ocean, then Star Ocean 5, and then Star Ocean 3 is where we'll end. And we have to end with 3. I can't stream 3 because story-wise it will F up everything in those. Like, you'll be like, why are we even watching this? Get out of here. So, yeah, and I almost streamed Star Ocean the other day because I have a copy of the Americanized version of the original Star Ocean, the Japanese Super Nintendo game. I have the English translation of that. Unfortunately, the device I have won't damn play it. It won't load it. So, what I think will work, and this is the reason why I didn't stream it, because I couldn't play it. I think what will work, because like I'm torn, do I stream the original Star Ocean, or do I stream Star Ocean First Departure? Because First Departure is on Switch. I have it loaded. I haven't started playing it yet, because I want to play that with you guys. Now, admittedly, obviously, First Departure is going to be a better game to watch, because it's going to have cutscenes, and it's better graphics, etc. But there's something really cool about the original Star Ocean Super Nintendo edition that I think bears playing. Maybe I end up doing both of them. I don't know. That's a lot of Star Ocean. But, like, I've already looked up the achievement guide for Star Ocean because I'm going to play it to try to get all the achievements, which is one I failed at. I got the Tales of Vesperia ones back in the day. And this is something I hate about Japanese role-playing games on consoles. Star Ocean, The Last Hope's achievements are the hardest achievements or trophies, achievements either way. It is the hardest trophies and achievements to get in existence. It's long, it's hard. I probably won't do it all on stream because it'll take 500 hours, which will, for me, take 4 years. There's no way I'm going to do that in a year. because I don't play the games enough, often enough. But anyway, like I have all the achievement guide stuff set up to play the game and to get busy. So yeah, we're gonna come back with The Last Hope. It's everybody's least favorite Star Ocean. It's my third favorite out of all the Star Oceans that I've played. I have not played Blue Ocean yet. I owe that a playthrough. That said, I need to get ready to wrap up here, gang, because my time with Miko is about to come to a hilt. So let me take some final comments, and then what we will do, though, I'm trying to actually get to wherever on the damn map this thing wants me to be, so that's where we can start the next time we pick up. I'm trying to do most of the story stuff on camera with you guys, so you're not missing things. This part was actually funny. I did this off camera, and I almost don't want you to see what's happening down there. Let's turn the camera away, because you're going to get a kick out of it. Let's go ahead and save here. So I think we've beaten two of the bosses, two of the major bosses in the game, I think, is how this works. I don't know how many there are. But yeah, we'll come back. We'll pick back up with the next cutscene story-wise. I know tonight was mostly puzzle dungeons, but I did the stream more to chat with you guys than to play, so that's cool. Josh says, I was talking about the one on the Xbox. It was the first, and so far the only Ninja Gaiden game I've tried. Yeah, not the Xbox one. That game's weird. It's also very hard. Don't get me wrong. It's also a very hard game. I don't know if it's harder than the NES one because I played it for like 5 minutes and didn't like it. So I'm cool. I was used to playing the Ninja Gaiden I grew up with, not a 3D action weird control game. That seemed harder than it needed to be. Thing was years ago when I first got the game, was not aware it was a part of a series. Yeah, so the original Ninja Gaiden is an arcade game from the 80s. I love it. Most people do not like it. In fact, I like the arcade game better than the NES game. No BS. It's actually in my arcade that I'm building on our farm. That's one of the arcade cabinets I'll definitely have, is Ninja Gaiden, once we start building our arcade cabinet collection. Ninja Gaiden will definitely be on the list. That would be neat. I have been neglecting my island, though, since I've not... Yeah, I haven't played Animal Crossing since the first mission. So I'm sure all the people on my island are probably dead or whatever. I don't know what's happening no more. But yeah, so that's where we're going to adjourn for now, friends. We might come back later tonight, depending on what me and Miko get into. I'm so glad she's back. In fact, she should be pulling up here shortly. So I'm going to ball out, tell you guys that I love you, tell you to stay strong. If you need anything from me, you know where to find me. You got my number or my email or something. So if you need something, shoot me a message, and we'll figure it out. Either way, I love you guys. We are stronger than I, and I will catch you on the next one. Thanks for being here. Peace.